We've been using maps for thousands of years, and the map hasn't changed that much in that time. What we are now doing is a major step forward in the technology of navigation, orientation, and wayfinding.
Live View is a feature that allows pedestrians to know with confidence which direction to go.
By being able to hold up your phone and see through the camera both the real world as well as some virtual elements, helping you to navigate to a destination.
Live View is really for these moments of confirmation to make sure that you know you're headed in the right direction.
We wanted to solve this problem of coming out of the subway and figuring out which way am I supposed to go next. Because oftentimes that blue dot is really inaccurate. We know that people have trouble with the blue dot, and it's not just Google Maps, it's every mapping application.
So the way that we recognize where you are is using Street View imagery.
By matching what the camera sees against the Street View imagery, we can quite accurately figure out where you are and which direction you're pointed, and use that to tell you where you need to go to get to your destination.
And so without Street View, we would not be able to accurately know where you are, and therefore we wouldn't accurately be able to place any objects in your view.
Working on Live View, it definitely feels like one of those projects that only Google could do because of that rich data set of Street View and that necessary collaboration between the strong engineering team and the strong design team.
And necessarily so, because we were exploring this all together for the first time.
We all just took our different pieces of expertise and brought them together.
In terms of prototyping and different features, we probably have at least 100.
Many of the design hurdles that we ran into were unsurprisingly around routing.
When we first started designing AR walking navigation, we believed that we could just draw the dotted line in front of the user in the world and they could follow that. It turned out that when we did that, the user was very determined to walk on the line directly.
As a pedestrian, if we were routing you very literally in your camera, we would route you directly into the roads. This is mostly because the data that we have on the map was really designed for a top-down view. So how do we keep people safe, and how do we keep people aware of their surroundings as they're navigating? We put it into a first-person perspective.
And once we did that, the engineers came in and created something so elegant and yet so simple.
The arrows are very stylized, so it's very clear that it's different from the real world. When we first thought about this feature, we imagined it as a mode where you would have your phone up and the AR view available throughout the entirety of your journey. But we realized through user testing pretty early on that that was a really bad idea. You want to make things visible and stand out, but you also don't want to make them distracting.
We take user safety very, very seriously.
We intend for people to use the AR experience in moments where they figure out where they're going next, put the phone down, and then off they go. Suddenly you can have confidence that you can get to that destination 8 or 10 blocks away in that city where you can't read the signs.
And this is where AR is really strong.
It can provide that quick answer up front of just, yep, go right, rather than what might have happened before, which is you walking a few blocks in the wrong direction.
Which is a pretty major leap in the evolution of maps at large. In a year's time, we're going to see more integration between AR and the map itself.